Okay, so can you just, Maddie Lane, can you give us a little background, who you are, where you're from, how you ended up in Chattanooga, all that jazz?
Cool. I am from Cleveland, Tennessee, and I have always loved dancing. Um, I didn't have any sort of disciplinary training or whatever until I was on the dance team in high school when I was 14. Um, I tried out for my middle school team 3 years in a row and I didn't make it. And then I tried out for my high school team and I finally made the team and I was like, yes, dance. So I danced in high school. I joined a studio when I was 17 and I was on a competitive company for 3 years. And then, yeah, that's most of my training. Just, yeah, mostly self-taught when I was younger. And then I started taking ballet and modern and jazz and all the things later on. And here I am in Chattanooga.
When you say self-taught, can you expand on that a little bit?
Yeah, that sounds pretentious. I wasn't good.
No, no, not at all. I'm like YouTube videos or
Mostly I would just watch YouTube videos, and I used to follow Janelle Janestra and Wildebeest. They were like my favorite choreographers for a long time when I was in middle school, and I would nerd out when they would release new videos, so I would try to learn their combos and take Zumba classes and try to dance as much as possible until I finally made the dance team, and then I started getting training. And yeah, I joined a studio because one of my choreographers was like, "You should join a studio. This looks like something that you enjoy and that you would grow in." And I was like, "Yeah, you know what?" So actually, I'm rambling, I feel like, but um, the first class I took at a studio, because it was always on my radar, but I didn't go until my best friend in high school was actually a belly dancer, and um, she had a private belly dance teacher and she took me to one of her belly dance classes, and the belly dance teacher was renting space from the studio I eventually joined. So that's how I found the studio, and I was like, this looks like a cool place, maybe I'll finally sign up for classes. And I signed up for ballet classes. Yeah,
and the rest is history.
rest is history.
Um, uh, I want, well, I'm wondering if I should tell this story, but Jules and I are often on Instagram, and this was in 2016 looking at dance videos. 2017 looking, I think it was maybe 2016, and you were popping up on our Instagram feed because you were posting dance videos and we were sharing them back and forth. And we were like, look at this dancer. She is phenomenal. And when we heard your story, so we reached out and we hired you, and we heard your story that you didn't start really training until your late teens. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And the first time we hired you, you were just 21, 20.
I was 20. I was 20 and then I was turning 21. Yeah.
That's nuts. For those of you at home, that is a very short training period. And if you can see what Maddie can do, look at our videos, look at her videos, follow her online. It's nuts. She's crazy talented. So we kind of want to hear how you're doing, how you're dealing with this current climate and what's going on.
So I'm, of course, like Maddie said, I've worked with the Pop-Up Project. I'm a part of the company. I'm also a freelance performer and a service industry worker. And all three of those have been impacted by this. And at first I was the way I freak out is when I feel like I'm out of control, I just try to do things to feel grounded. But if I'm stressed out to the max, I'll be compulsive about it. So I was just like I have to find dance videos. Oh my God. It was just very high energy. But now I'm in a place where I'm sure I'm privileged in saying this because I know some people aren't in this place just because they're being impacted directly. I feel like we're all being impacted directly, but some more than others. Um, I'm in a place where I can sit and be like, okay, my employers are supporting their employees during this time. We have family where they're like, if you need any help, we can help you. We have people in our lives. We're healthy. Our immune systems are healthy. So yeah, I feel a little more secure than I did when this first happened. But I know there are probably other people out there who can't really say the same. So I'm actually feel very grateful and realize that my circumstances where I'm at, I'm kind of privileged because yeah.
That's great to hear. It's so nice to hear that you have family that can support you during this. Um, and when you say your employers are helping you and supporting you, can you say who that is?
Yeah, so I work at Citron Itzel. It's in the West Village. It's a tequila bar. Um, and I work at Unknown Caller. It's a pretty new spot. It's kind of speakeasy theme. We have it's actually really cool. Every employee there contributes a cocktail to the menu, so all of the cocktails are authentic to the bar, but our managers are calling us, and me and Alex both, because the Citron Itself, Alex works at my partner. He works at Old Gilman Grill, and they're owned by the same company, and we both work at Unknown Caller. So the company, my manager there and my manager at Unknown Caller, they've been messaging me, they've been calling me, making sure that we're okay, asking us if we need anything. And I know there are a lot of corporations out there who are not taking care of their employees and putting them on the front lines of this virus. So I'm very grateful for that.
It's so great to hear that these local restaurants and companies are helping out their employees.
Yeah, there's a lot of people there. One of my managers made a GoFundMe for all of the staff. There's a lot of people who started service industry fundraisers. So it's really nice. Given the circumstances of like people in other countries, hundreds dying and people just our nervous systems and the hit that they're taking from this stress. It's nice to see that as a collective, like there's not one person in the globe that's not impacted by this. So we're all just kind of like, all right, this is what's happening. Let's support each other.
Awesome. Maybe you can share the GoFundMe links and any other
Yeah.
links with me after this. And when we post your interview, we can share some of those links.
Yeah, I will.
Awesome. So is there anything that your community can do to step up and help you as an artist, support you as an artist during this time?
Um, so I feel like if you're in a place of security, if you're in a place where you are, and I don't mean privileged in a negative way or have a negative connotation attached to that, but if you are privileged enough to be in a place of security where you can work from home and practice social distancing and you don't have to go out into the world and you're still getting paid, and the only difference is that you're at home contributing to these GoFundMe accounts and um, be supporting, donating to any, not only myself, but other artists who are offering content online. Obviously, if you're unemployed and you're not in a place of security, you need to take care of yourself. But if you are, you can, even if you're not in a place of security, you can share content to other people. Because I feel like for artists as a whole, including myself, this is a good opportunity to share our content. So when this blows over, you can recognize your local artists and see what they posted and kind of support them that way too. I don't know. I guess just acknowledgement and uh, generosity and giving, donating whatever you can.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds great. Thank you. Um, Kind of looking to the past a little bit, back a few weeks ago or a month before this all kind of went down here. Would love to talk to you a little bit about what it's like being a dancer, an artist, a producer of arts events in Chattanooga. And we'll kind of start with the challenges. I want to kind of hear from you prior to COVID-19.
Yeah.
Being an artist in Chattanooga, what are some of the challenges you face?
Um, I feel like people don't really um realize the how do I put it? I feel like people appreciate artists in the best way they know how, but they don't realize how much work goes into it emotionally. Creating is it, but creating content and being an artist and emotionally um, and physically, especially as a dancer. And I feel like I also feel like when in this town, um, again, people appreciate it in the best way they know how, but there are, and this is just based on my experience, there's small little circles of artists and not necessarily in the same, like people are they acknowledge the art that goes on, but they only acknowledge the art that's in their circle, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. They all work
Um,
in silo.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I feel like maybe, and you guys have, the Pop-Up Project has been doing this, so collaboration. um, Basically, the Pop-Up's mission, if more artists thought that way and just came together more, I feel like maybe it would help, we could help each other.
Mm,
And yeah, I
love
don't want
it.
to be too long of a tangent, but yeah,
No,
I
you
feel like
didn't.
collaboration.
Yeah, it's fine to think about it, think out loud. It's totally cool. We're gonna save the whole interview and we'll edit little bits and pieces. So feel free to ramble if you're feeling that way to figure out what you want to say. There's no rush here. So what are some of the benefits of working as an artist in Chattanooga
I feel
prior to
like,
COVID-19?
yeah, I feel like the benefits is that, going back to what I said, in the challenges where people acknowledge it in the best way they know how, but I personally feel like maybe they could put more of an effort on coming together more. When people do come together, I feel like they support hard here because everyone is all about local businesses and just Chattanooga staying local and supporting the community, because I feel like sometimes we can get stuck in our own little worlds here just because the town is so small. So everyone, I don't mean click in a negative way, like, oh my god, you're clicky, but has they have their circles, they have their cliques, and when they come together in their own little groups, they can, I don't know, I feel like they come together strong. So
I
yeah.
agree. I agree. Would love to hear about your hopes and dreams. You know, as a human, as an artist down the road, um, big vision. Give it to us. Whatever you're thinking.
Okay. So in the fall, I'm going back to school for massage therapy. So I kind of want to integrate injury prevention into my classes and
Mm,
try to develop a class centered around that. I eventually want to go back to school for social work, major in social work, maybe minor in political science. integrate performance art into public policy and specifically feminism. I put on a show in October, and it was super intimate, but seeing everyone come out, there wasn't a ton of people. I think it was like 50, but seeing people donate when they were there and come together so quickly for a cause they believe in, because I was able to raise $130 for Planned Parenthood, and yeah, I was really excited about it. Seeing people come together for a cause they believe in, I kind of want to continue to do that and maybe expand on that. So feminism and public policy and performance art specifically. Help people maybe become a dance therapist. I don't know.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, you are such a talented, loving, compassionate human being, and we're excited and honored to be able to work with you as much as we have. And yeah, we look forward to dancing with you again and hopefully the near future. Maddi posts classes on her Instagram Live. She did one today. So check her out. Feel free to donate to the pop-up project in name of Maddi Lane if you would like us to send those funds her way. I would love to sign off here and let you dance around for maybe 30 seconds, even if you want to share the combination you did today. Just I'll sign off and you can dance away.
Okay. I'm gonna go in my living room now.
Okay, I'm also having to figure out how to sign off. So yeah, this is good. Let's see.
I have my oh god. I have my
Did you
couch.
just fall?
Yeah, I have my couch in my hallway. I was dancing. Put that in the interview.
If everybody could see dancers' homes right now, I feel like we should all post where we put our furniture.
Yeah,
That is hilarious.
Okay, I'll do the combo that I taught.
That sounds great. I have no idea how to sign off, so I'm just gonna be your audience member.
Okay.
You're amazing. You're awesome. Is there anything I didn't ask or anything you wanted to add before we sign off?
Thank you for interviewing me and for providing me work. And yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
We heart you, and let's stay in touch and check in daily, make sure we're all okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Love you, Maddi.
I love you too, Maddi.
Bye.